a good, well-fed microbiome, gut bacteria also boosts your immune system. What does your immune system do? It conducts surveillance, looking to the right, looking to the left for any tiny little microscopic cancer cells to wipe out. And if you actually have cancer and you're battling cancer, one of the things you should know is good, strong immunity helps tip the odds in your favor. Now, how many times have you heard that cancer patients shouldn't eat fruit because of the sweetness? I'm telling you that for most cancer patients, eating fruit's just fine. I'm not giving medical advice. I'm giving you common sense because you're getting nutrient-dense foods that have dietary fiber and polyphenols that lower inflammation, boost immunity, and all these are factors that are very important to elevate your body's own health defenses against diseases, including cancer.
Meet Dr. William Li, a world-renowned Harvard-trained medical doctor, researcher, and president and founder of the Angiogenesis Foundation. His work has led to more than 40 FDA-approved therapeutics and devices for cancer, cardiovascular disease, wound healing, and vision loss. He is also a New York Times best-selling author of Eat to Beat Disease, The New Science of How Your Body Can Heal Itself, and Eat to Beat Diet, Burn Fat, Heal Your Metabolism, and Live Longer. Disclaimer: the information provided in this video is for educational purposes only, and is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your physician or other qualified health provider with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition. Do not disregard professional medical advice or delay in seeking it because of something you have read or seen in this video.
Now, your microbiome is one of your body's 5 health defense systems, and it's made up of 39 trillion bacteria, mostly living in your gut. These bacteria are generally healthy. They help your body heal when it's injured. They lower your blood cholesterol. They help your metabolism, and they send signals to your brain. But one of the most profound things your gut microbiome does is to help your immune system defend your body against cancer. 70% of your immune system is located in your intestines, right next to your gut bacteria. And the healthy gut bacteria talk to your immune cells as they conduct surveillance to seek out and destroy cancer cells. Now, this happens all the time. When we feed our gut bacteria with healthy foods that they like dietary fiber, our bacteria make our immune system perform better. And nowhere is this more important than when you're actually fighting cancer. A healthy immune system is critical for beating cancer.
Dr. Li reveals that inflammation, a natural defense mechanism of the immune system, can sometimes go awry and contribute to serious health problems like cancer, heart disease, and autoimmune conditions. Certain medications and underlying health issues can further fuel chronic inflammation, leaving the body vulnerable. However, science has shown that what you eat can make all the difference. Dr. Li explains how specific foods and drinks have the power to not only reduce harmful inflammation, but also strengthen your immune system, giving your body the tools it needs to fend off disease and maintain optimal health. In this video, you'll learn the 5 foods and drinks that Dr. Li recommends consuming regularly to beat inflammation. Turmeric.
Turmeric actually comes from Southeast Asia. It is a tiny little root, kind of a nub, kind of cigar shape, but tiny, smaller. And it's got a little skin on it. And if you peel off the skin or if you break it in half, you'll see that it's bright orange on the inside. Now, this is an edible root that can be used for cooking and stewing. You often see this in Southeast Asian cuisine. You can also find it in Indian cuisine as well. Turmeric's actually been used for traditional healing, Ayurvedic healing, traditional medicines for thousands of years. I like to think about it as a colorful spice that you can actually use for cooking as well. And what's in turmeric is something called curcumin.
Dr. Li recommends turmeric because of its powerful ability to reduce inflammation and support the immune system, thanks to its active ingredient, curcumin. Turmeric has been used in cooking and traditional medicine for thousands of years, especially in Southeast Asia. Curcumin has been shown in studies to offer multiple health benefits. Curcumin reduces inflammation in blood vessels, which is important for heart health. A study from the China Academy of Sciences showed that curcumin helps the body produce a protein that reduces inflammation in the blood vessels, preventing the buildup of cholesterol plaques that can lead to heart attacks.
Curcumin is a bioactive that does a lot of really powerful things. Curcumin lowers inflammation in your body. It's sort of the OG, one of the original anti-inflammatory substances. All right, that's what curcumin does, anti-inflammatory. Curcumin also can cut off the blood supply, feeding cancer. So it's anti-angiogenic. This is something that I did work on years ago and to help discover that activity. Curcumin also is antioxidant, so it actually protects your DNA. Look, we all have DNA in our body. It's our genetic instructions. They make proteins. You don't want them to be damaged, because when your DNA is damaged, it's called a mutation. What does mutation set you up for? Cancer. So protecting your DNA with an antioxidant property of curcumin found in turmeric is actually another benefit. The other thing that turmeric actually does is it slows down cellular aging. Now, this is different than actually reversing aging, like you don't turn into a baby when you have it, but it actually gets your cells chilled out a little bit, so you're not as your cells are not speeding up and going towards a more aged state. All right, so it slows down cellular aging.
In addition to protecting the heart, curcumin benefits the brain. Scientists at Pusan National University in Korea discovered that curcumin can make brain cancer cells self-destruct, while also helping healthy brain cells grow. This means that turmeric not only fights inflammation, but also protects against cancer and supports brain health. According to a review in the journal Drug Design Development and Therapy, various studies that explore how curcumin can help treat several inflammatory diseases, including inflammatory bowel disease, arthritis, psoriasis, and atherosclerosis. The review highlights that curcumin works by influencing important biological pathways that control inflammation in the body. It can stop the production of substances that cause inflammation, which is crucial for managing conditions where the body's immune response is overactive. For instance, in the case of inflammatory bowel disease, which includes conditions like ulcerative colitis and Crohn's disease, curcumin has been shown to reduce inflammation in the gastrointestinal tract, leading to improved symptoms and a better quality of life for patients. Additionally, curcumin has been found to be effective in treating other inflammatory conditions, such as arthritis and psoriasis. Dr. Lee suggests adding turmeric to your diet, and for best results, combining it with black pepper, which helps your body absorb curcumin more effectively. Cranberry juice.
Cranberries is another unique food with anthocyanins, and these have been studied to show that they can activate the delta gamma T cells. Again, the actual name of the immune cells are less important than to know that they activate your immune super soldiers. And how many of you have heard of this long standing aphorism that cranberry juice can help women decrease the risk of a bladder infection by changing the pH of their urine? Well, we know that that's probably not the case. The pH is probably less important than the fact that the natural dye in the cranberry, when it's absorbed in the stomach, prompts the immune system to produce these higher levels of these super soldiers called delta gamma T cells that actually are first responders in the lining of our tissues and organs, including the bladder, to fight back against invading bacteria or viruses.
Dr. Lee recommends cranberry juice because it not only helps prevent urinary tract infections, but also boosts the immune system in surprising ways. Cranberries contain antioxidants, especially proanthocyanidins, that stop bacteria from sticking to the walls of the urinary tract, reducing the chances of infection. A study from Sapporo Medical University in Japan found that women who drank just half a cup of cranberry juice every night for 24 weeks had a 40% lower chance of getting UTIs compared to those who drank a placebo drink. But cranberry juice does more than just help the bladder. A study from the University of Florida showed that drinking cranberry juice daily for 10 weeks boosted the immune system overall. Participants who drank cranberry juice had 3 times more active immune cells, which help protect the body from infections in places like the gut and urinary tract. These participants also had a 148% increase in another chemical that strengthens the immune system to fight off infections, and they reported 16% fewer cold and flu symptoms. This research shows that cranberry juice not only helps prevent infections in the bladder, but also helps the body stay healthier overall. Another study in the journal Nutrition found that drinking cranberry juice may help reduce symptoms in women with rheumatoid arthritis. The research involved women who added cranberry juice to their daily diet, and the results showed that those who consumed the juice experienced a significant decrease in disease activity. Specifically, their inflammation levels were lower, and they reported feeling better overall. The study suggested that the antioxidants in cranberry juice might play a role in reducing inflammation, which is a key issue in rheumatoid arthritis. This indicates that incorporating cranberry juice into the diet could be a simple and effective way to help manage symptoms and improve quality of life for those with this condition. Blueberries.
Eating blueberries reduces inflammation. And the reason is that these bioactives, the anthocyanin, proanthocyanin, and quercetin, are powerful reducers of whole body inflammation. And we know that inflammation is responsible as a root cause of many chronic diseases. So it doesn't matter what you got. If you actually eat blueberries and reduce inflammation, that's actually going to be beneficial to your health and help you heal faster.
Dr. Lee recommends blueberries because they are incredibly effective at reducing inflammation and boosting the immune system, thanks to their high levels of antioxidants, like anthocyanins. These antioxidants help protect the body from diseases such as heart disease and cancer by neutralizing harmful molecules called free radicals. But the benefits of blueberries go even further, as shown by several studies. In a study at Louisiana State University, people with metabolic syndrome drank blueberry smoothies twice a day for 6 weeks. The results were impressive. Their immune cells, called myeloid dendritic cells, important for fighting infections, went up by 88%. They also had lower levels of inflammation in their blood, showing that blueberries help reduce harmful inflammation while strengthening the immune system.
Now, when you exercise, you have a big surge in your immune cells very, very briefly, okay? And then when you stop exercising, you have a plunge in your immune system, all right? A dip in your immune system. So a clinical study was done looking at people who are physically fit, and they wanted to see what the effect of eating blueberries were. So they gave these people 2 cups, just a little under 2 cups, 1.7 cups of blueberries a day to eat every day for 6 weeks, all right? Then they put them on an exercise test, a treadmill, and then they measured their blood before the blueberries, before exercise. And during exercise, they actually had them, just before exercise, they had them eating a little bit more blueberries, like almost 3 cups, so an extra cup, let's call it. And then they put them on the exercise system, and they drew their blood afterwards. You know what they found? They found that blueberry eaters had an increase in their natural killer cells just by eating blueberries. So more defensive, natural killing cells, these are immune cells, just by eating blueberries. And then after exercise, instead of actually having a plunge of their natural killer cells, blueberry eaters kept them level. So they actually did not have a dip in their immunity.
Another study by researchers from Appalachian State University and other universities looked at the effects of blueberries on people who exercised intensely. After eating about 1.7 cups of blueberries every day for 6 weeks, participants had nearly twice as many natural killer cells, important for fighting viruses and cancer, compared to those who didn't eat blueberries. Even after a tough workout, their natural killer cell levels stayed high, while normally these cells would drop off after intense exercise.
Eating blueberries can improve your metabolism. How do they do this? Blueberries contain bioactives. One of them is called anthocyanin. The other one's called proanthocyanin. The other one's called quercetin. And these actually improve your metabolism. So studies in Turkey have actually enrolled adults who were overweight and gave them blueberries to eat. And what do you think they found? Well, first of all, these adults were put on a reduced calorie diet and a little bit of exercise just so they weren't couch potatoes and they were moving and not eating too much. And then after 6 weeks, they gave them blueberries to eat. How much? Really just a quarter cup of frozen blueberries every day for another 6 weeks. But they gave one group of blueberries, one group to placebo. So you know what they found? They found the blueberry eaters lost 8 pounds or 21% more than the group that was eating the placebos. Meaning that if you were having a healthy lifestyle with exercise, reducing your calories, adding blueberries, even frozen blueberries, would actually help you lose more weight.
Blueberries also improve heart health. According to a review in the Food Production, Processing and Nutrition Journal, a study examined 20 older adults who consumed a blueberry mousse rich in natural compounds called anthocyanins. This study found that the mousse improved blood vessel function and reduced harmful inflammation. Another study focused on 45 men with metabolic syndrome who ate freeze-dried blueberries for a day. The results showed improvements in their blood sugar and cholesterol levels, indicating that blueberries can positively affect heart-related health markers.
Blueberry eaters also had better insulin sensitivity, meaning that they had better overall metabolism as well. Now, here's the thing about blueberries. They are in season in the summertime, and if you're going to go out to a farmer's market or grocery store looking at blueberries, here's a little tip of what you actually want to be able to avoid. Don't go for any of the berries that are green. Avoid those. They're not ripe. And don't go for any ones that are really, really softened up. Those sort of on their way to rotting. So just avoid those. And if you can't get summer blueberries, that's okay. Frozen blueberries, just like that research study showed, are actually just fine.
Dr. Lee highlights these findings to show how regularly eating blueberries can improve both immune function and reduce inflammation, making them an essential part of a healthy diet. If you've found value in this video so far and appreciate the many hours of effort that went into creating it, please consider liking the video and leaving a comment to support the channel. Pacific oysters.
Oysters are a surprise as well. These are studies that have been done out of Asia because in Asia, oysters that are rarely eaten on the half shell, as in most Western countries. Oysters that are often opened up and steamed and cooked. And if the oysters are not perfect for serving, grade A oysters, oysters that are left behind, grade B, C, and D, and lower, are cooked down into oyster sauce. And researchers in China have actually shown that cooked down Pacific oysters actually have the proteins and polysaccharides that activate the immune system and enlarge our immune organs, the spleen and the thymus, and they double the super soldier power of the natural killer immune cells. In lab research where you're using the immune system to kill cancer, you can actually show a 48% reduction in tumor growth.
Dr. Lee recommends Pacific oysters because they are not only rich in important nutrients like zinc, omega-3 fatty acids, and selenium, but also because they have been shown to significantly boost the immune system and reduce inflammation. These nutrients are essential for supporting immune health and protecting the body from diseases linked to chronic inflammation. But what makes Pacific oysters even more remarkable is their unique ability to stimulate the immune system through special proteins and other compounds they contain. In a study conducted by researchers at Shandong University in China, scientists extracted immune-boosting peptides from Pacific oysters and fed them to mice with sarcoma cancer. Over 14 days, the mice that consumed the oyster extract saw a 48% reduction in tumor growth compared to those that received no treatment. Interestingly, the immune organs in the mice that ate the oysters actually increased in size, suggesting that the extract helped improve their immune function. These mice also had double the amount of cancer-fighting cells called natural killer cells compared to untreated mice, and 38% more than mice treated with chemotherapy, which harmed their immune systems. Another study from Central Taiwan University of Science and Technology found that Pacific oysters contain special immune-stimulating compounds called polysaccharides. When these compounds were fed to lab mice with melanoma, the growth of their tumors was reduced by an amazing 86%. This study highlights how Pacific oysters can help the body's immune system fight off serious diseases like cancer by stimulating important immune cells like T cells and natural killer cells. Oysters are also great for reducing inflammation. Researchers at National Taiwan University prepared an extract from Pacific oysters and gave it to mice with severe gut inflammation caused by an allergy to egg whites. The mice that consumed the oyster extract showed 37% less inflammation in their intestines and had a 30% improvement in diarrhea symptoms. This suggests that the bioactive compounds in oysters can help reduce harmful inflammation, especially in the digestive system.
Oysters, some people like, some people don't like, but here's another really beautiful way of combining oysters in its sauce with a broccoli relative. In this case, it's Chinese broccoli sauteed with oyster sauce, and this is something that can be done in a very delicious, swift way. Look at that beautiful green. Those colors really speak to what Mother Nature has imbued the food with. And anybody who's actually tasted oyster sauce knows that there's this incredible umami flavor. So this isn't just about science. This is really about our culture, our nature, our humanity, our taste buds.
Overall, Dr. Lee emphasizes that Pacific oysters are much more than just a tasty seafood. They are packed with nutrients and bioactive compounds that can strengthen the immune system, reduce inflammation, and even protect against cancer. These benefits make Pacific oysters a valuable addition to any diet. Green tea.
Green tea. Now, green tea contains catechins that have been shown to lower the risk of colon cancer, stomach cancer, esophageal cancer, cancers of the gut, actually, because you're sipping the green tea and it's flowing down and touching your entire GI tract. Now, what's in green tea? Something called catechins, specifically EGCG. All right, Edward George, Charlie George. And this is actually something that I've studied. I'm a researcher. I have actually studied food as medicine in the lab, specifically green tea. And I can tell you that this is a natural chemical found in tea leaves that when you brew a cup of tea, the EGCG comes out into the liquid. So whether you actually have tea bags, you have loose tea leaves, or you have some powdered tea, which is another form of getting it. And whether it is green tea, whether it's matcha, you're all getting this catechin into your system.
Dr. Lee recommends green tea because it can reduce inflammation, protect against disease, and help balance the immune system, especially in autoimmune conditions. The key compound in green tea, EGCG, helps by lowering harmful immune responses while boosting regulatory cells that calm the immune system. This makes green tea a valuable option for those with autoimmune diseases. According to a review in the Journal of Advanced Pharmaceutical Technology and Research, a study looked at the health benefits of drinking green tea, especially its ability to reduce inflammation. Researchers compared green tea and black tea to see which one was better at preventing the breakdown of proteins, a process linked to inflammation. The study found that green tea is more effective than black tea in this regard. This is because green tea contains higher levels of beneficial compounds called flavonoids, particularly catechins. These compounds are known for their health benefits, including reducing inflammation.
Drinking tea has been shown by cancer researchers to lower inflammation, which is, of course, one of the drivers for cancer. Green tea also boosts the immune system. Now, we all have cancers growing inside our body. It's a natural part of being alive. When our cells divide, they make mistakes, and each of those tiny little mistakes is a microscopic cancer. But our immune system wings by, finds that microscopic cancer, and takes it out like a sniper. And so good, strong immunity is actually cancer fighting, and green tea actually does that as well.
Studies have shown green tea's power in conditions like multiple sclerosis and lupus. In one study from Tufts University, mice with a condition similar to multiple sclerosis were given EGCG. These mice had less nerve damage and brain inflammation compared to those that did not get EGCG, showing that green tea can protect the nervous system. In human trials, researchers in Iran studied women with lupus who took green tea extract daily for 3 months. Those who consumed green tea had a 2-fold reduction in lupus symptoms and lower levels of a key marker for the disease. These women also reported a 30% improvement in their overall health and physical function compared to those taking a placebo.
I like using loose leaf tea. You can actually brew it in a pot with hot water. Don't ever drink a tea with boiling water you just put in there. That scalding liquid has been shown to increase the risk of cancer because you're injuring the esophagus. So do not do that. Let the tea cool down. And actually, it takes that time of cooling down to also steep out the catechins. That's a little tip for you. And if you're using a tea bag, you want to dunk the tea bag, all right, in order to be able to shake out those catechins into the liquid. When it actually is cool enough to be able to sip comfortably, then sip it. 2 to 3 cups of tea a day actually has been shown to be beneficial for many different types of conditions. but the most important thing that I like is that it tastes great and it's actually relaxing.
Dr. Lee emphasizes that green tea is not just a drink. It is a powerful tool for calming an overactive immune system, reducing inflammation, and protecting the body from autoimmune diseases like lupus and multiple sclerosis. Its benefits make it an important addition to a healthy diet.